My Country, 'Tis of Thee. Most public art is about who. In 1939, a mural was painted at the Palmer Square Post Office in Princeton that showed early colonials bringing European ideals of science and learning to the wilds of America. Even in the 1930s, the mural was seen as condescending. In the diverse reality of 21st century America, some say the mural is now downright offensive.
Apparently, the way they portray, I'm not sure if they are Englishmen or they are portrayed as the Crusaders, of course. And of course, we see on the other side of the painting is American Indians in a more inferior position. So it's kind of interesting. Of course, you can look at it from a historical perspective. But I noticed that, the thing that I noticed immediately is maybe a kind of racial tension and also class tension.
You can see the Indians cowering under the angelic hosts that are bringing forth knowledge and light. You don't really get the sense of really mutual relationships, or that these two entities can sometimes coexist.
It certainly depicts what Princeton is all about, which is science and learning and the pursuit of knowledge. And it shows some of the founding fathers, which are associated with Princeton historically. I like it a lot, and I personally haven't heard anyone locally complaining about it. It's always been these outside groups who, want to ruin everyone else's day.
The mural was sponsored by President Franklin Roosevelt's Works Progress Administration, known as the WPA, in 1939.
At that period of time, one of the things that Roosevelt was doing to kind of re-stimulate the economy because of the Depression was to every aspect of the society. They were hiring people and creating projects that were, public pieces. And he actually had a mural and an easel division. The mural in this post office is kind of absolutely perfect example of that style of work.
The mural met with immediate protests from the WPA over its content, and the painter, Carl Free, never again worked for the administration. Protests over the work have continued since the mural's unveiling.
Kind of deja vu for me, because I've seen people come in and take issue with the painting before. They had one of two options. One was that you obliterate the painting, which personally I disagree with. And number two, that maybe we could cover it with a piece of cloth or something.
John Cavallis, an art teacher at Princeton High School, is organizing an exhibit in the school's Numina Art Gallery, soon to open in its new space. The installation is a series of video projections that respond directly to the post office mural. It's being created through a collaboration between Princeton High School students and artists from New York's Cooper Union for the advancement of science and art.
Maybe we could bring all these things and unify them.
I am a former student of John Cavallis. He was teaching at a Cooper Union outreach program at Cooper Union through the university.
He mentioned this project about a year ago, if I remember correctly, talking about the things that were going on in reference to the mural. And he asked me and David Rios to come in to consult, to sort of be part of the production.
Mostly they've been doing a lot of leading the discussions during meetings when we're watching the videos, and they help us make connections. I guess they've had more experience with this kind of thing.
Well, basically we're going to have two different projections. One projection that I'm taking part in is going to be a mosaic of different interviews with people within the community who've lived in Princeton, ranging from 18th to 101. And each individual basically talks about their experience here at Princeton, or their experience just with race or social issues within their own community. There's also going to be another projection of the actual mural.
Working with the community on the Numina exhibit has not kept the artists and organizers from forming their own opinions on the controversy.
The real positive aspect of this mural is the fact that something could be made that you would think is supposedly very benign, i.e. a public mural done at a particular time in a particular style. And after so many years, all of a sudden it still engenders not always controversy, but engagement. And that's something that I think artists are shooting for in everything they do. I
think it's sort of misguided to automatically want to destroy instead of wanting to study or wanting to talk about. So I think that's where I have a problem with just let's take it down and let's break it, or let's put something else up. I think it's more interesting if it's used.
Removing, I think, would be a quick answer. I don't know if that's the necessary answer quite yet. I mean, a lot of times, pieces like this are left to remind us of why they were made and what type of messages were trying to be sent at the time that it was made. I mean, that's what art is, timeless in that sense, that it continues to tell us something more about ourselves.